Let's talk about lip makeup hypocrisy, lip makeup discrimination even. That's a strong word, I know, but how come that we live in a world where when you search for colorful makeup, you usually find looks like these, where there is colorful eyeshadow and the rest is just basic. So even the rest of the eye makeup, like the eyeliner, the mascara is usually just black. The lip makeup is usually like just nude or at most maybe black, basically something neutral. And my question is why? Obviously, I understand that not all the colorful makeup is like this. I myself am an example of the opposite. But how come that when it comes to makeup, to creative makeup, eye makeup has more respect, if I can say? So you see all those numerous tutorials that show us how to do cut creases. And okay, I don't mean, artistic makeup here. I don't mean things like eye art or lip art that are not actually meant to wear, even if it's not like everyday wear, but wear to go out, because you can't really wear lip art or eye art. They will get smudged so easily, they won't really last long. That's not something that's meant to last. I mean, you can try maybe for once if you're going to some very specific event, but normally no. For example, I don't wear lip art, not because I don't want to, I would love to. Just so that you know, I did not want to take this off. Like, it just won't survive. You cannot eat, you cannot drink, even if you don't do anything, it starts to like kind of erase itself a bit on the inner rim. Same with eye art, your eyes might get a little bit teary and the design might get erased, your lid might get oily, etc, etc. So I'm not talking about those looks. I'm talking about looks that you are meant to actually like wear out. These can be everyday looks, something that is easier to do. These can be looks, for a party to go out, something like a triple rainbow cut crease for the eyes. But why is everything for the eyes? I'm sorry, it's almost like you should put effort into doing the eye makeup. If you do so, that's great, and the lips, whatever time is left. Why not the other way around? I suggest we do it the other way around, at least from time to time, and we focus on the lip makeup. Honestly, a lot of my looks are built around the lip makeup. Probably not this one, by the way, because I really wanted to do sparkly eyes, but this one with the rainbow ombre lip was definitely inspired by the lip, and the eyeshadow was just like done to match it. And I don't know what it is with the concept that, somehow lips are less interesting than eyes. Like, why? Another myth that I hear, which I feel contributes to this thing, is that you should keep either the eyes or the lips bold and colorful, and the other thing should be neutral. First of all, that's complete nonsense, and I will do a separate video on the makeup myths, some of which I used to believe in myself, some of which I see a lot of people believe, and that just like ruins their day, in my opinion. Sometimes it makes them so unhappy, but that's a topic for another video. However, even if you do believe this myth, then why is the neutral reserved for the lips and the colorful is reserved for the eyes? Don't get me wrong, I obviously don't have anything against colorful eye makeup. I do it myself all the time, but I think just lips are so fun to play with. And you might say, okay, you've got beautiful lips. I hear that from people often, and thank you very much for the compliment, but that is often followed by, and my lips just look absolutely terrible. I have no lips, I have super thin lips. There are also plenty of people who have like small eyes and they do eye makeup regardless. Don't let this stop you. Besides, I have a whole video where you can overline your lips. I feel like my lips are too thick. Have you tried overlining? Yes, but I just end up looking like I have a bigger mouth. Not after this video. That is actually super easy, way easier than you think. You just need to change a couple of movements in your routine and get overlined lips without that, big clown mouth effect that makes it obvious that the lips are overlined. You will get them very naturally overlined, I promise, if that's what's stopping you. But also, fuller lips and bigger canvas are really handy when it comes to lip art. When you're putting a lot of colors on your lips, when you're trying to paint some design. Of course, the more space you have, the better. And by the way, my lips are not the best in this instance. However, I'll overline them and do that without a problem. But when you're wearing just one lip color, you can have thin lips, why not? You will highlight the fact that you have lips. Like, isn't that awesome? So why is it that people with small eyes watch tutorials on how to make their eyes look bigger with makeup and still do colorful makeup, and people with thin lips just give up, don't watch tutorials, and think, I will focus on the eye makeup instead? Why is it this way? I don't know. Next, I feel like there is that belief that I mentioned once again, that eye makeup has kind of more respect. So if you just don't have time to do, colorful eyes and colorful lips, which is totally understandable, obviously a full face of colorful makeup takes quite a while to do, and you probably don't have time to do that before work or even before going out. But why does that necessarily mean that we need to focus on the eye makeup and just like wipe on a lip gloss and call it a day. Why not do it the other way around? Like focus on the lip makeup, do a beautiful triple ombre lip with glitter, and just like a basic black eyeliner. That's also a way to go about it. And I know what you might be thinking, okay, but the lip makeup, it will wear off. It will wear off throughout the day. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna drink, it will wear off. Okay, first of all, that really depends, you know, where you're going, what you're about to do, and for how long you're about to wear makeup. But let's say you want to wear it for the whole day. Girl, the eye makeup is gonna fade too. Unless you're one of those super rare, lucky and blessed people whose eyelids are never oily, whose eyes are never teary, who somehow magically shield themselves from all the wind, rain, snow, and whatnot. Like, your eye makeup is gonna fade too. You probably, if you are going out the whole day, if you're going to work, for example, and gonna be there for the whole day, you probably need to bring some makeup with you so that you are able to retouch. I know that when I, for example, worked in the office and I was wearing my makeup for about like 12 hours or so, because I applied it in the morning, I needed time to get to the office, then I was spending the whole day there, plus lunch, then the time to get back, and I retouched it quite a few times usually during the day. I mean, on the eyes and on the lips too. So yes, it's gonna fade on the lips when you drink, when you eat, but also if it's not a lip art, if it's like an ombre lip, that's pretty easily retouchable, just like your eyeliner might fade or your eyeshadow might crease, and you're gonna retouch it as well. So it's the same amount of time, it's like the same thing. A huge problem that I see is the stigma around lip makeup. So somehow it is totally acceptable to do a bright green eyeliner, but a bright green lippy? Oh my god, that is so unnatural. What? Where have you seen a bright green eyelid? That's unnatural too. That's just as unnatural. If we are gonna keep things natural, then it means we should just like use shades of brown for all of our makeup. Eye makeup, lip makeup. But somehow, you know, people are not staring at you when you're wearing like a bright blue eyeshadow. It's like, yeah, that's something normal. But when you're wearing a bright blue lipstick, people will be like, I don't know what is up with that. Obviously, I'm a huge lip makeup lover. You know that very well. And by the way, if you want to become a lip makeup lover and you're just wondering how you start, I have a free lip makeup guide in my description box. Just download it and get started right away. You don't need a ton of lipsticks, I promise. Just as well as if you want to start doing colorful eyeshadow, you don't need 20 palettes, right? You just maybe need like one colorful palette and that's it. Or a few singles. Speaking of eyeshadow palettes and singles and the fact that lipsticks almost never come in a kit. It's always like people sell a lot of eye colors in a bulk in an eyeshadow palette, but almost never lip colors. That is weird, even though you go through lipsticks way faster than through eyeshadows. And despite that, when there is a new makeup collection, when there is a new makeup release from almost any brand, it's almost always an eyeshadow palette and maybe something else. So lipstick not always, an eyeshadow palette pretty much always, and even if the lipstick is included, it's like 3 lip colors, all single lipsticks, right? And like a 24 pan eyeshadow palette. So you're getting 24 eye colors and just 3 lipsticks. And you are gonna go through these lipsticks so much faster. Despite the fact that I have way more lipsticks than eyeshadows, because obviously as a lip artist, I'm completely bonkers when it comes to lipsticks, but nevertheless I go through them. And the eyeshadows, I never go through them. I hit pan on an eyeshadow once. Once in my life I hit pan on an eyeshadow, and I don't have too many palettes. Like, I do have quite a few. I think I have more than like an average person, but I have way less than, you know, most beauty gurus have, because I just don't buy a lot of palettes and I also don't get a lot of PR, so just don't have many of them. But any lip products, like, I go through them. I don't always go through them super fast because I have that many, but just try to remember, how often do you finish a lipstick and how often do you finish an eyeshadow? I'm willing to bet that you're finishing lip products way faster. And yet we're getting less of them. Like, that's insane. That's so illogical. Like, how did the world come to that? I just don't understand. It's such a mystery to me. Why is the lip makeup so stigmatized and the eye makeup not so much? I don't know, is there some historical fact that contributes to that? Maybe it was because of the way that makeup was made in ancient times, because in ancient times you probably know that makeup was made of things that were often not very nice, they were often quite gross, and there was also no way to disinfect them. So probably, you know, like putting them on your lips where you could potentially ingest them was more dangerous than putting it on your eyes. Also, like, these ingredients were sometimes poisonous. Like, obviously the skin absorbs too, so putting something poisonous on your eyes is a bad idea as well, as we know now. But probably, like, putting something in your mouth would lead to immediate effects. That's me just speculating, you know, because I just cannot understand. So go out there, put a bright lipstick on, surprise everyone, and tell everyone that it's completely normal and that colorful makeup, in fact, although yes, I admit when you wear colorful eyeshadow, it's still colorful makeup because you're wearing multiple colors, but colorful makeup is so much more than that. It can be just colorful eyeshadow, of course, but it is also colorful eyeliner, colorful mascara, colorful lipstick, maybe even a rainbow highlighter. And basically the colors are already, like, all the colors of the rainbow are normalized everywhere, on the nails, on the eyelids, well, on the hair, maybe, like, it's debatable, but definitely nobody will be, like, more surprised when they see you with blue hair than when they see you with pink hair, right? At the same time, like, when they see you with blue lipstick, it's quite a surprise as opposed to when people see you with pink lipstick. So it's already, like, normalized everywhere except lip makeup. Let's fix this, guys. If you want more ideas on your lip makeup and the colors that you can combine together, I also have a whole lip art ebook linked in the description box. It's more about artistic makeup, but check it out. It has a free preview. I know you're now ready to do your lip makeup and you're probably wondering how to achieve this perfect lip shape that I was talking about earlier. And here's that video right here. Check it out and I'll meet you there. Bye!